a great time. Salutes to Nathan Colegrove. Salutes to Foxden. Good to see y'all in here. Salutes to all the Savages. It's time to talk. We got NFL draft recap today. We're going to be discussing other things that have gone on around the league as well. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. Lines are open. We about to get to the show. Give me 1 second, folks. We're going to connect the audio and get right to it. Hold on.
Blog Radio.
What's going on, folks? It's your boy Long Beach Joe, and I am back at it again. I'm back at it again, man. I'm back at it again, and I am hyped. We all are hyped as Jets fans. You should be. Because we are coming fresh off of an NFL draft where Joe Douglas really did work here, man. He really did work. I ain't going to lie to you. And we're going to have those discussions. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We're taking all callers tonight. We got a lot to talk about, okay? But before we get into it, okay, listen. I am the man of the people. I'm here for the people. Let me shamelessly promote my Facebook page. Everyone go on Facebook, search The Long Beach Joe Show. Like that page. My content's up there. Go ahead and give it a listen. Message me. I'll message you right back. I love going back and forth with folks about this football team. Also, leave me some feedback. I love hearing about what you folks think I do here on The Long Beach Joe Show. All right? Listen, your boy's also on iTunes as well. I'm on iTunes. Come on, people. Go on iTunes. Search The Long Beach Joe Show, subscribe to the show, okay? And then guess what you can do? Leave your boy a 5-star rating, okay? Leave me a 5-star rating. Leave me some feedback. Let me know what you folks think about what I'm doing here, you know what I'm saying, on The Long Beach Joe Show. I want to know. I want to thank everyone that does give me that feedback. And as, you know, again, follow the show and talk to me and all that stuff. I'm also on social media as well, all right? YoungJ000 on Twitter. That's my personal account. You come there. We could talk about the team. The show's page is at The Long Beach Joe. At The Long Beach Joe on Twitter. All right. And guess what? Go over there. Follow that. And we can go back and forth on there as well. And also, if you want to see your boy, if you want to see me, right? I'm handsome. I'm being honest. This is what I'm being told by multiple people. Well, guess what? Come on over to YouTube. This is where we live stream the show on YouTube. Come on over to The Long Beach Joe Jets, Long Beach Joe Jets on YouTube. All right. Come on over there. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. So when I post content, y'all folks will be in the know. And please give the stream and videos a thumbs up. Share them with your friends and your family as well. That's how we connect. All right. Also, if you go across my platforms as well, you'll see my link tree. Hit that link tree. My Discord is in there as well. Come join the Discord. I got a Discord. Come join the Discord. Again, the link is all over the place and all of my social media platforms I named, all of my YouTube as well. It's in the description of those videos. It's everywhere. Hit that Discord and join my Discord. We have a lot of fun in there. We talk Jets. We talk about a lot of stuff, and we enjoy ourselves. Now, don't come in there and get a little too crazy, all right? You start coming in there with some zany, wacky stuff, mods will take care of you. But, come in there, have some fun, crack some jokes, and we enjoy ourselves. We had a blast during this draft as well. So now it's time to get into it again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is number. Call in. We are taking our callers. Salutes to the Savages in the chat. Okay. You want to know why I call my chat the Savages? Because they're savage. They're savage. I mean, no one is safe. Not even me. You know what I'm saying? If they don't like a take you got, it is what it is. They're going to let you know about it. So we're going to get to everybody in the callers. Please be patient. Lines are hot. We're going to get to everybody. I'm just going to recap the draft really quickly. All right. Now, again, I want to salute and thank everybody that came on by and watched the draft live with me. I had a live draft party. You know what I'm saying? Me and the Savages really sat down and had a blast, and we were all excited. You know what I'm saying? Especially going into this first round, because we were wondering, hey, what is going to happen here? How are the New York Jets, going to fare with this draft here? Who are we going to be able to select? Well, guess what? We're sitting at 4, right? Trayvon Walker coming off the board to the Jags. Aiden Hutchinson comes off the board to the Lions. They ran up there and put that card in there. Then you had Derek Stingley go off the board. He becomes a Texan. So we're sitting back. We're like, whoa. You got Kayvon Thibodeau there. You got Sauce there. There was a lot of people screaming, hey, I want a Kwanu. It was all these takes just flying all over the place. Card comes in, pick comes in, and it's Sauce Gardner at 4. The New York Jets select him at 4. Now, I will say I was a little shocked. Because I thought that the New York Jets were going to go edge for sure with that number 4 pick. But I like the move. I do. I talked about Sauce Gardner. We had multiple discussions about him. There was already a lot of people that really, wanted to take him that early. But my thing is, I'm just wondering where exactly he fits within this secondary. Does he end up being our ipso facto number 1 corner straight out the gate? Does he end up being our number 2? If so, where does Bryce Hall go? Now, this kid, again, is a phenomenal talent. Sauce Gardner never given up a touchdown in his college career. No one has over a 50% completion ratage against him. That's insane. He's got what it takes to really step up and be good in this league. He's got what it takes to handle business here. I like the pick, and I like what he's going to bring here. And this boosts our secondary. Now we're sitting, here after that pick goes off the board. Things continue to happen. We saw Drake London come off the board at 8. Evan Neal went at 7 to the Giants. Charles Cross at 9 to the Seahawks. And we're like, man, what's going to happen here? Now we're sitting at 10. And I think everybody was preparing themselves for a pass rusher. Everybody was saying, okay, the Jets took Sauce at 4. That's fine. That's fine. We'll take that. We like that. Everyone's saying, hey, he's the best corner in the draft. No problem. Let's take him. Right? So we're sitting there. We're waiting. Pick comes in. And the pick is Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson, wide receiver, Ohio State. And that was a bit shocking as well. But it's a good pickup, right? It's a good pickup. Here's another guy that we talked about as well. This guy has everything that it takes to get it done at this level. Great hands, very good route runner. This guy can move as well. So there was just a little shock at like, okay, well, what are we going to do at edge, right? What are we going to do? We got Sauce Gardner at 4. We got Garrett Wilson at 10. Garrett Wilson's going to be able to come into a situation where you got Elijah Moore, you got Corey Davis here, Braxton Berrios. You know what I'm saying? He coming into that wide receiver core. Dude, he's going to add another dynamic here. That's going to help Zach Wilson because now he has weapon upon weapon upon weapon, all right? That's also going to put other guys that are here like Denzel Mims, who we're going to talk about tonight, I'm pretty sure. Denzel Mims, It's definitely going to have people asking questions about him. You know what I'm saying? Going forward, especially with this young wide receiver coming into this situation. Another shocking thing as well with the pick of Garrett Wilson, because there were some savages in the chat going, I'm telling you, the Jets are going to make that trade. We're about to flip this coin. We're going to make this trade. You're going to see the Niners step up. There was a lot of talk before the draft that the Jets were going to give up the 10th pick to the Niners for Deebo Samuel. And he was going to be a Jet. It was a done deal, and that did not happen. It didn't happen. The New York Jets end up taking Garrett Wilson at 10. They pass on the trade. They pass on paying wide receiver $25 million, and they continue to move forward. So now we're sitting here, and I'm like, we're having discussions. We're going back and forth. And I'm liking the picks. I like Sauce. I like Garrett Wilson. I like what they're going to bring to the table. But I was like, man, what are we going to do at edge? Maybe we wait till the second round and we get an edge rusher. We got to see who's there. Man, I wasn't feeling great about passing up edge because as we all know, we all watch this team. We all love this team. It's been one of the biggest issues on this defense for I don't know how long is the lack of edge pressure. There's nobody to get to the passer. There's nobody to get to the quarterback. There's always issues with us, trying to get sacks, especially again, when you look at this defense, it was ranked dead last in the league this year. So it's like, we've got to step up. We've got to get pressure. We've got to add something. And we continued to see guys come off the board. They were coming off the board. And everybody, was looking at a guy, Jermaine Johnson. And we thought that he was going to get taken, but you continued to see other teams pass. We saw the Packers take Quay Walker. We saw the Bills, who we honestly thought were going to take him. They ended up taking a lean cornerback out of Florida. Then you had the Cowboys take Tyler Smith. You had the Ravens, who we thought for sure was going to take Jermaine Johnson. They end up taking Tyler Lindenbaum. So now we're sitting at 26, all right? Tennessee Titans are on the board, and we're like, man, what is going to happen here? What is going to happen here? They're going to take Jermaine Johnson. You know the Titans are tough. And as we're sitting here watching the draft, you see the Titans evaporate, and you see green. Jets now are on the board, okay? The New York Jets traded up, right? Traded up out of their pick in the second, moved back up to 26, made a trade with the Tennessee Titans. Now the Jets gave up pick number 35, which is a second-round pick. They also gave up pick 69, which is a third-round pick that we had, and pick 163, a fifth-round pick, to the Titans. The Titans gave the Jets the 26th pick in the first round, and they also gave them pick 101 in the third round. Now we move up, and everybody is hyped. Everybody's fired up. We all know it's for the guy, one of the guys that we wanted the most since the Senior Bowl, since before that. A lot of the guys have been hyping him up. There was talk of him possibly going for. The pick comes in, and it is Jermaine Johnson. We get our edge. And let me tell you something. We were screaming like crazy. All the Savages was going crazy. I was going crazy. Everybody was going crazy because we got Jermaine Johnson, a guy that we've been talking about for a long time, right? The guy from Florida State. A lot of people saying that he's the most pro-ready edge in the draft. A guy that was supposed to go top 10. We got him at 26. What a steal. That's a steal. And a lot of people have wanted to bang on Joe Douglas, and we'll talk about that tonight as well, for trading up. I loved this move. The New York Jets have not had a legitimate edge rusher since John Abraham. That was eons ago. Eons. When you look around the NFL today, when you look at our division, the Bills, a team that we watched go into a rebuild, right? After us, they went into a rebuild after us, came out of the rebuild better before we did. Look at what they've done. They've continued to add edge rusher after edge rusher after edge rusher. They got edge rushers falling out of their ears. And you know what they did this offseason? They went and got Von Miller. More edge. They went and got more pressure. This is a team that we've seen compete in the playoffs, win playoff games. A lot of people talking about them competing for Super Bowls. They understand that when it's time to face these upper echelon teams, the Chiefs, the Ravens, all these teams with great quarterbacks, you must have edge pressure. You must. When you look at how the Bucs dismantled the Chiefs offense in the Super Bowl, they did that through edge pressure. That's what they did. In today's NFL, if you do not have edge, you're dead in the water. You look at the defense that we run, it's the Niners defense. You look at the Niners, Bosa, Warner, guys, edge pressure, guys that can get to you and get to your quarterback. And we got our guy. We got him. And I was fired up. Next day, we did another one. We came right on back. We sat down again. That second round was up, and we were all wondering who we were going to target. I wanted more edge. There was a lot of people talking safety. There was other people talking about wide receivers, all kind of things going on. Well, guess what? The Jets made a move again. The Jets traded up to 36. The Giants were sitting on the clock. Jets trade up from 38 to 36. The New York Jets gave the Giants a 38th pick, which is a second-round pick, and they gave them the 146th pick, which is a fifth-round pick, to move up to number 36, and they take Breece Hall. The New York Jets take Breece Hall, okay? And let me tell you something. A lot of people were shocked. Breece Hall, running back, Iowa State. This was a guy that was talked about constantly as being one of the best, or being the best running back in the draft. And there were people that shocked. I was shocked as well. But I understood the move. The more I thought about it, the more I thought about how our offense is supposed to function. I consistently tell people we are in a run-first offense. That's what we're in. The Niners run the ball like crazy. You look at what Breece Hall is going to be able to bring into the building. This guy's a great back. He can do it all. He's a 3-down back. Ran a great 40 time. He can move. He's going to come in with Michael Carter, and they're going to give us a two-headed monster like you've never seen before. We will be running the ball next year, folks. I don't know if y'all know that. I've been trying to warn y'all. I'm on the West Coast. I watch the Niners. This is what we're supposed to look like. The Niners run the ball heavy. They get their yardage. They move the chains, and we're going to be doing a lot of the same things. Now, as these rounds continue to fold out, we started to see that there's a plan on offense, right? The New York Jets also sat down. When that third round came up, we were like, okay, who are they going to take? The New York Jets end up taking Jeremy Ruckert in the third round. That was shocking to some people as well. Jeremy Ruckert, tight end. This was a great tight end class. He was talked about as being one of the top tight ends in this class. We were all hyped because let me tell you something. Again, going back to what I talked about with Breece Hall, taking Jeremy Ruckert in the third round, you know what one of Jeremy Ruckert's key factors is? Not only is he a guy that a lot of people think is going to be a better pro than he was in college, right? They think he's going to be a better pro player than he was a college player because of what he's going to be able to do in certain offensive schemes. Not only could it be a solid set of hands, but this guy is one of the better run blockers in the draft at tight end. There's a lot of talk that he is the best run blocker in the draft at tight end. I'm telling you, we about to run the ball, dog. We about to run the ball. Now, I know he's dealing with a foot injury. He's saying all of that is going to be clear. But let me tell you something. The New York Jets last year had the 27th ranked rushing offense in the league. I'm going to say this again. The New York Jets last year had the 27th ranked rushing offense in the league. Unacceptable. That is unacceptable, okay, folks? Whoa. Unacceptable. Not for this scheme. We're going to be running the ball, and I think Jeremy Ruckert's going to be a big part of that. Now we got Uzma, we got Conklin, we got Ruckert in the building. We're going to be discussing that. The New York Jets, as we continued on as well, went to the fourth round. At pick 111, we took Max Mitchell, offensive tackle from Louisiana. Here's a tough, smart kid that's going to be able to come in and really help with the depth position of the New York Jets there at offensive line. I know a lot of people aren't thinking about that, but you look at this offensive line depth, there can be some issues, especially when, again, we've seen it. We've seen guys go down along our offensive line, and it'd be big question marks on who we can bring in. Now, again, we can continue to address that in free agency. There's still guys out there. I know some Jets fans talk about LDT and all these other guys we can bring in. But let me tell you something. Getting Max Mitchell in the fourth, I like that move as well, especially when you look at what could happen with George Fant. Let's say George Fant decides to move on. We don't get the extension done. Maybe Max Mitchell's the guy that steps in there at right tackle and fills that position once he's gone. That's something that can happen. We'll discuss that. The New York Jets also in the fourth round as well at pick 117 took Michael Clemons, DN from Texas A&M. Now, this is a guy that's very interesting, and I was a little shocked about this pick because he has a lot of red flags. He has a bit of an injury history, but Michael also has had some run-ins with the law now. 2 arrests within 3 months. Got caught for unlawful possession of a weapon. He also had a small amount of marijuana on him as well. And twice he got caught for driving with an invalid license. Twice. Now, I know that he said he's put a lot of that stuff behind him. You know, that's not, the true nature of his character. But, those are still red flags there. So I'm hoping that, again, if he puts that behind him and all that's said and done and it's in the past, this is a kid that can come in and do some things now because he has the traits. He does have some traits. I tell people this all the time, You can teach a lot of things, but you can't teach size. And this guy's 6'5", 263. He ran a 4.8 at the 40. 4.8. This guy has physical ability. He's coming in with a defensive line that has a lot of guys. Lawson, Jacob Martin. We just got Vinny Curry back. We'll be discussing that tonight as well. That blood disorder's put behind him. Shepard. We got Marshall, Solomon Thomas, Quinnen Williams, who were looking to take the next step forward. Sheldon Rankins. So many guys on this defensive line. And here he is added to it as well. Hell, we just got Jermaine Johnson as well. So we'll see what this kid is going to be able to bring to the table. And again, Joe Douglas came out and talked about, hey, we vetted this kid. We looked into him. We made sure everything was good. He's keeping his nose clean. We want to give him a chance here with the Jets. I'm paraphrasing there, but that's basically what he said. Hey, we made sure everything was on the up and up with him. So the New York Jets overall, I think, had a phenomenal draft. Truly did. And I know that there's a lot of haters out there. We're going to get to the lines in just 1 second. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We are taking all callers. Please be patient when you call in. I will get to everybody. Be patient. Okay? I know that there's some haters out there. I know that there's some people that love numbers and all this yibbity yap. I want to be respectful. I'm trying to remain respectful here because I'm hyped. I understand people love numbers and all this stuff and want to bash the New York Jets for making trades and doing what they need to do. Listen, I don't want to hear none of that. The New York Jets had needs. The New York Jets saw value in certain players. Joe Douglas saw the value, and guess what? He got aggressive and went and got the guy. A lot of the negativity that I hear about the Jets the second that we do something right, it's creeping back in again. This is the same negativity that I heard about when we traded up for Elijah Vera Tucker. Oh, the Jets gave up a 4th-round pick and some others. Oh, they gave it up to go up and get Vera Tucker. What a bad move. Right, bad move, huh? Oh, okay. Vera Tucker only came in here and became one of the best young guards in the league. Vera Tucker only came in here and became a cog for this offensive line that we're going to have here for years to come. That's all that happened. I don't want to hear it. The New York Jets needed to make moves, and they did so. They traded up, got themselves a pass rusher, and they traded back up and got themselves a running back in the second. And there was a lot of talk that, again, they would have taken Breece Hall in the first. They tried to move back up into the first to get him. So we're going to have this discussion tonight. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We're taking all callers. I could go all night long yelling about this. I love this draft, and I love what we did. And I want to hear from you folks. So we're about to get to the lines. Again, when you call in, please make sure your background's good. Okay, make sure your phone's good as well. I want to be able to hear you. Make sure everything's clear. Please give the stream a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe if you have not as well. And share the stream with your friends and your family. Salutes to all the savages as well. We'll get to y'all questions too. First caller, I'm going to 415. 415, I'm coming directly to you. 415, you look like a new caller. Give me your name, where you're from, and give me your thoughts about the New York Jets selecting Sauce Gardner at 4.
Hey, it's NFL Chaos with Jeremy, my friend.
Hold on. Wait a second. Jeremy being here, he is a savage. I said Jeremy's a savage. Hold on. Jeremy in the building. What's going on, Jeremy? Listen, you know what time it is.
I had to talk to you about this stuff.
Oh, yes. You know what time it is, Jeremy. We high energy over here. We're coming off of a great draft. Give me your thoughts about the pick, Sauce Gardner at 4. Were you shocked? Were you shocked that Joe Douglas took him over Kayvon Thibodeau?
I was shocked, but the way it played out later on in that first round, it all came together, and now I'm the first one to line up and say, more Sauce.
Okay, talk to me. I like that. Now, again, I was shocked as well, Jeremy. I'm not going to lie to you. I looked at the situation and I was like, wow, I thought we would take edge there. But with Sauce Gardner coming in, for me, I'm looking at it, I'm saying, okay, where does he go? And I want to get your thoughts on that. How do you think that him being selected shakes up our secondary? Do you think he comes in and is immediately our number 1 pick or our number 1 corner?
Well, everything has to be earned in camp, but he's absolutely going to have the opportunity, and I think he's going to take advantage of it. Based on everything I know and have seen this kid do, I have no question he's going to win that number 1 spot. But he's going to go in and earn it. He's not going to just be handed it.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think he's definitely going to fight. Now, as we continue through the draft, man, there was a lot of discussion at 10, and we saw them take Garrett Wilson. What are your thoughts about what he does to our wide receiver core? Do you like this pick?
As soon as they made that pick, because I knew, obviously, we knew going into that pick we were going to not get an edge or not get a wide receiver, or at least we thought in the first round. That's what we were thinking. So I knew it was going to be one of those two positions. Otherwise, so it really would have been shocked. He was my number 2 wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
There were 3 that I loved. So getting the number 2 and you love 3, I was very, very happy. Our offense is going to be so dangerous and scary. I think of Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, Corey Davis, Berrios with the gadget plays, and I haven't completely given up that Mims might become something. I'm not saying the star, but he might contribute and be able to help this team. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Let me tell you something, Jeremy. That pick of Garrett Wilson, I think that puts a little pressure on Denzel. I'm not saying that we're going to cut him or nothing like that, but this guy's got to get on the field and do something at this point, right? Because we've seen Elijah Moore come in and be able to step up and play. And I know a lot of people talk about the no offseason stuff. And listen, Elijah Moore didn't have a full offseason. He didn't have a preseason. There were some quad injuries, but he was able to rebound from that, step into the season, and really make his mark and become a playmaker here. Denzel Mims is a guy that's got to get on the field, especially when we see other guys as well, guys like Tariq Black, DJ Montgomery, Jeff Smith, be able to get on the field before him, get more catches, more targets, all that stuff. That's ridiculous, though, right, Jeremy?
It was insane. When you look at his physical talents and attributes, it's absolutely crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy that he's not on that field. But I think it's about learning the playbook and knowing the plays and being, and knowing where to be on the field. And we saw it with those 2 penalties in that game. That was why when everybody's saying, why isn't he being given a chance? Those penalties were the answer to the question. Yep. He just simply needs to learn the playbook.
Yep. So as we continue on down this draft, Jeremy, because there was a lot of discussion, once Garrett Wilson came off the board to the New York Jets at 10, I think a lot of people, including myself, was like, man, what are we going to do there? And then we saw the New York Jets trade up to 26, right? Get the Titans off the board. They get on the board. They take an edge. Give me your thoughts about the trade. What are your thoughts about the value that the New York Jets gave up? And are you upset, because there's some people out there that are you upset that the New York Jets moved up and took Jermaine Johnson at 26?
I don't know how anybody could be upset, especially after the fact. That was an absolute steal. When you consider the fact that we went from 60, basically we swapped picks and went except for 146, which I couldn't care less about. We basically went from 69 back to 101, right? We flipped those picks, make that trade happen. And when you consider that we got Jeremy Rucker, who could have been a 69 pick, and I would not have complained because he was my number 1 tight end on the board anyway.
Yep.
And that's who we wanted anyway. That trade was a steal. That trade was an absolute steal to move up that many spots, 10 spots. It was an absolute steal, that trade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know how anybody can complain about it. It was an absolute brilliant trade. It was and look what it got us. I mean, there's no way we're getting JJ if we don't trade up and make that trade.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking complete facts there. Now, give me your thoughts about Jermaine Johnson. What do you think he's going to be able to bring the New York Jets there at defensive end? Do you think that this is a kid that's going to immediately be able to come in and give us that edge pressure that we have wanted for so long?
Well, I hope so. I'm going to be real about this. I've been around watching the Jets for a long time. We've taken a lot of guys that we thought were going to be able to do it, and no one's a guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
I love Johnson. I love his tape, but I lived through the Vernon Gholston, draft and what happened there. So I've lived through people that I thought could not be a bust that were a bust. So I'm not going to guarantee anything, but what do I think he's capable of based on the tape, based on his athleticism, his attitude, the fact that JD and that scouting system and Saleh and our staff, who have proven to me to be very, very good at this, the fact that they believe in him, I'm expecting him to be 5 to 8 sacks his first year, bunch of pressures, but definitely good enough to really help free up Lawson. It's going to make it really hard to, when Carl Lawson comes back strong, it's going to be really hard for them to focus. That we're going to be coming from both sides. I think it's going to give us everything we need. But he's a rookie. He's not going to be as good as he's going to be in his second year and then his third year. Obviously, by his third year, I think he has the potential to be a 12 to 14, 15 sack guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he does, man, especially again. And I think not just, the pressure that he's going to bring. And again, hopefully we get Carl Lawson back good to go. He's also going to generate some push as well. But I think that those two guys with Jermaine Johnson and hopefully, again, Lawson coming back healthy and be able to push the edge, that's going to also open up things for guys like Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams is another guy that I think is going to greatly benefit from the edge pressure and greatly benefit from being able to be singled up. You're not going to be able to double team Quinnen anymore and just deal with him that way. No, you're going to have to account for some of the other guys that we have along this defensive line to help us. And let me tell you something. I'm so excited for Jermaine Johnson. This is a guy that the New York Jets worked with as well in the Senior Bowl, a guy that we were all excited about. And there's a lot of people that think he is the most pro-ready edge in the draft. Like, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. And I don't understand why certain people are upset that the New York Jets traded up to grab a guy like him, but I am not. I'm excited that Joe Douglas looked at the situation, got aggressive, went up and got his guy, and he didn't get fleeced. Now, if this was Mike Maccagnan or a general manager in the past, Mike Maccagnan would have gave up the whole damn rest of the draft. He would have gave up everything. Everything. All of our second-round picks, everything moved up.
I'm going to be honest. It was one of the greatest moments of my life as a Jets fan non-game. Like, of all the drafts I've watched, of all the trades we've made, people we've signed, that was one of the greatest moments. When they announced the trade and when they called in that name, JJ, it was one of the most thrilling things. I yelled so loud I scared my dog out of the room. And I'm not exaggerating.
Well, hopefully he's all right. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he's all right. Now, my final question for you, Jeremy, before I let you go, because the lines are hot. You look at this situation, Breece Hall taken in the second round. What are your thoughts about the New York Jets moving up for a running back? And also, what are your thoughts about the talk that the New York Jets are trying to move up for him in the late first round? I mean, what are your thoughts about that? Both of those scenarios and situations.
I loved it. It was, Breece Hall is my number one quarterback, running back on my board, and people would hate me in my mock drafts. People were just abusing me in the chat. We don't need a running back. There's no way we're picking that high in a running back. We're going to get a good one in the 4th, 5th round. Why would you pick one there? And I would scream and say, there's not 10 great running backs in the draft. So I was like, I don't want a good running back. I want Breece Hall because he's a stud. He's a game-changing player. He's an impactful player. I don't want just another okay running back with playing with Michael Carter. I want a special running back. I want a running back that creates fear in the defense because they can break one at any moment, at any part of the game, could just break one for a touchdown, and that's what Breece Hall is.
Yeah, he's firing, man. Like I said, I was a little shocked that we moved up for him, but the more that I looked at the situation, the more I thought about it, I was like, hey, this guy, like you said as well, is a guy that we can kind of tag team the two-headed monster, him, Michael Carter, and we're going to be running the football aggressively. And I've told people about this multiple times. That's what the Niners do, and we're going to look a lot like the Niners. You know what I'm saying? We got our edge guy. We're going to be running the football heavy, and that is going to benefit Zach Wilson. It's going to take a lot of the pressure off him. It's going to allow him to lean on a running game, and that's the best thing that you can give a young quarterback that you're trying to grow, that you're trying to help progress, is a steady running game. You know what I'm saying? It helps him out a lot. So before I let you go, Jeremy, give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on Joe Douglas after this draft. How are you feeling about him as a general manager?
Well, I was already loving JD. People know that. But now it's at a point where JD is like, I've never loved a GM like one of the players. But like when I think of the Jets, one of my favorite people on the Jets is JD. I absolutely love him. I think he's the answer to everything we've been waiting for years and years.
Listen, Jeremy, I want to thank you for calling in, man. Hey, before I let you go, before you get out of here, give my audience just the gist of everything you do on YouTube. Tell them where they can find you, all of your social media handles and everything before you get on out of here, man.
Oh, sure, thanks. It's NFL Chaos with Jeremy on YouTube. We do live shows Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and they're usually late night because I'm on the West Coast, so I'm the late night guy for the East Coast fans at least. And I do a lot of panels, a lot of guests, including you.
Yeah.
So, I love to have people on, love to talk Jets with good people that know what they're talking about, which is why I love having you on, and I love having talking with Tigo on, just a bunch of guys. Like we're growing and growing the channel, and it's not just me, it's a bunch of people, and you're included, you're part of the channel too. So anybody who wants to subscribe to it, I appreciate it. Appreciate the support.
Yes, absolutely, Jeremy. Listen, I want to thank you for calling in. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, man. You know what I'm saying? We talk a lot about this team. You have yourself a good night, all right?
Take care, my friend.
All right. Listen, Jeremy calling in with the fire. We're going to keep getting to these lines. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in, okay? When you call in, please be patient. We'll get to everybody. Make sure your background's good, all right? I don't need to hear echoes, weird things. Make sure your phone is good. I want to be able to hear you and your takes very clearly, all right? So next, we're going to my guy from North Carolina. My guy from North Carolina is in the building. Salutes to you, my friend. I want to thank you for calling in tonight. Listen, we had a heck of a draft. Give me your thoughts about the selection of Sauce Gardner at 4, man. How are you feeling about it?
I feel good about it because I got my consolation prize in Jermaine Johnson. I went to sleep and I actually dozed off, because I work in the airport. I'd be tired, so I try to stay up. I recall I went to sleep about the 18th, 19th pick. I dozed off, and then I woke up and I was watching ESPN. And they flashed, posted the Jet picks, and I see Sauce Gardner at 4, Garrett Wilson at 10, and then I see Jermaine Johnson at 26. I said, "Oh my God, they did it!" I was just so happy and relieved we got an edge rusher because after the Jets passed on Thibodeau, and then the Giants fan came on and said, "Oh my God, I am sick." The Giants fan came up there, and then Thibodeau came up there, like they took pictures together. I was sick after that mess.
Yeah.
And then I said, man, and then we got Garrett Wilson. I started feeling better, better and better about the team, what we're doing. And then it got to about 18, 19, I started feeling sluggish and sleepy. So I dozed off before I knew it. I woke up, and then I can't remember what number it was. I know that, they had passed the Jets. They made their selection, traded back in. And once I see the posting for Jermaine Johnson, I was so happy. I said, wow, Joe Douglas did it. That had been rumoured for months about us trading back in, but the hot talk was about linebacker, and then months back it was about tight end Trey McBride.
Yep. But
actually we did do it. We traded back in, and we got our defense in. And this young man, Jermaine Johnson, has special traits. I can understand why they went with him over Karlaftis, because he can set the edge the way Karlaftis can, but I think he has a higher ceiling and more pass rush potential. So I see why they selected him over Karlaftis, and I think they did the right thing. Joe Douglas has proven himself to be an excellent general manager. And I think from what I've seen of him, he's come a long way since 2020.
Yeah.
He selected James Morgan. And when he got Michael P. Ryan at the time, I was very unhappy about those selections. I thought it was a waste of draft resources.
Yeah.
And it turns out I was correct. But it seems like since then, he's taken his game to a whole nother level. It seems like he's learned and grown. He's not even the same general manager he was in 2020. Do you think that? He seems so different.
Yeah.
It's like this man has just learned and grown. Something on the inside is going on. We don't have privy to that inside knowledge. But I think he definitely made some changes since that draft. And the last 2 drafts, he just hit home runs.
Yeah.
Back to back. And what he's done is he's positioned us. And I had predicted this. I told a bus driver, I ride with on my way to the airport in the morning when I go to work. I told him that I think this team is going to make a run for everything in 2023. Now, in the span of time, it seems like a short window. But based on what Joe Douglas has done the last 2 years, and I look at the projection on this team, it's going to happen. We're going to make a run next year.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
people going to be shocked.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that happen. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but I could see that happening. But just coming back to this draft, man, when you look at some of the situations that we have, kind of clean up your background a little bit. Your phone's echoing just a little bit. But so when you look at this situation here, right, with them taking Garrett Wilson at 10, I think that was a move that a lot of people were shocked about, because I thought at 10 we were going to get a guy like Jermaine Johnson. That's who I thought we were going to attack there. But with them taking Garrett Wilson at 10, can you kind of speak on him coming in and being able to step into our offense? What do you think that he's going to bring here for us, and how do you think he's going to help Zach Wilson?
I think the way he's going to help Zach is give him another option and another weapon that's very shifty, very quick, very, very good route runner, where there's no question about his route running ability and maybe his overall versatility in terms of how we can use him. He will complement Elijah Moore perfectly. He gives us another receiver that's going to be tough to cover. Now we have a pair of them that are going to be a handful to cover. And if your corners aren't good, you can't cover our wide receiver. You can't cover Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening, especially when we start running Elijah Moore out of that slot. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. I think they made the right choice taking Garrett Wilson. I understand why and where they took him. They took him at 10 because they wanted to have their choice of him. After Drake London went off the board, they sized up that situation and said, look, let's go on and make our decision right now. Don't take any chance on letting this thing slide down the board where there could be a run on receivers before we pick again at 35. They were correct, because there was a run, an actual run sometime late in the first round on those wide receivers, and it would have been picked over so badly. It would have been a very messy process, finding the guy that fits us. So I think getting Garrett Wilson where they got him was perfect.
Yeah,
it was perfect. He's an excellent pick. He was one of my top three wide receivers on my board. It was him, Jameson Williams, and I think Chris Olave. Not to say I don't like Drake London, but he's just not explosive enough for me, and he's more of a jump ball type. He's not the type that shiftiness where he can get a step on you and it's off to the races. I prefer that type, because once you get a wide receiver that's quick and twitchy and they can separate, that's where your space is going to come in. Because once they can shake those corners off and get underneath and attack the ball and come back to the ball, that's where you create space. And then that's where Zach can do the rest with his accuracy and quick release. I think it's just it's a better mix, and it just suits us better than I think London.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So my final question before I let you go, because you really spit some takes there.
Yeah.
Give me your thoughts on what do you think is like the strength of the Jets roster now after free agency, after the draft now. What are you looking at and going, wow, the New York Jets have really improved here. This may be the best position, that the New York Jets have.
Well, looking at it overall, you could make the case it could be the offensive line, not just the starting unit, but adding Max Mitchell and what we've done the last 2 years building depth. That could be an underrated position that people might go to sleep on. But I really think the Jets wide receiver core, I think, looks to be very good, with Corey Davis looking to bounce back, Denzel Mims looking to bounce back. If those two can bounce back and play anywhere up to their potential, I mean, this wide receiver core could be really special. It could be really, really good.
Yeah.
And I think problem for opposing defenses,
Yeah. No, listen, I hear you. Look, I got to get back to these lines. Listen, my friend, I want to thank you for calling in tonight. You have yourself a good one, all right?
Yeah, you too. And thank you for taking my call, as always. You take care now.
Absolutely. Salutes. Listen, call in with the fire. We're going to keep getting to these lines. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We are taking all callers. Again, when you call in, please make sure your background good, your phone good. I want to hear from you. Make sure, you're not on speakerphone. I want to be able to hear you and your takes and everything you got to say. So next, I'm going to 718. You look like a new caller calling in early. Give me your name, where you're from, and give me your thoughts about this New York Jets first round. How are you feeling about Sauce Gardner at 4?
Hey, my name is Peter Hawkins, known as the Phenom. Calling from the Bronx, New York. Man,
salutes, man.
Let me first give it up to you, LBJ.
Thank you.
Let me first give it up to you and the Savages, LBJ. Doing a fine job, some great content. Just super excited about the draft. You guys have already covered it, but when the Jets went back into the first round and got Jermaine Johnson, that was it for me, man, because we solidified need, and that was huge for us, man. and then the second day you go out there and you get one of the best running backs in college football, Breece Hall. Has some lineage with Roger Craig, 1,000-yard Russia receiver back in the day. He's a part of his family, and he's going to bring something very special to the Jets, because as much as I like Michael Carter, durable back, but you needed somebody else. You needed to continue to improve the talent base on this offense, and they did that across the board. I'm an Ohio State Buckeye fan, so I'm very familiar with Rucker and Garrett Wilson and how talented those guys are. So the Jets, like you guys have been saying, Jets hit a home run, man. Jets hit a home run. But I was on a call with Damian Woody, and he was talking about we need to really there's no reason why we can't compete this year for a playoff spot. We should have no limitations. This team is talented enough to make the moves. Now I know there's some. Well, now I don't want to get. I want to keep that kind of positive, because we haven't been this positive in a long time.
Okay.
So Zach Wilson is if he's surrounded by better players now, so he can now play to his level, and he's a talented kid, and we saw some real improvement from week one to, he got injured and then he came back. I was there for week one. He threw 4 interceptions. I was pissed, but it's a part of the process. Nobody comes into this league and lights it up. So,
yeah, but here's my thing.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, here's my thing, Peter, and you're spinning some takes right now, okay? And I understand everybody's hot, everybody's hyped. I'm hyped as well. I'm passionate, but I think, like you said as well, speaking to your point, what we saw Joe Douglas do, not just this offseason, right? We saw him do it in free agency, where he went and got offensive linemen. He went and got tight ends, right? He addressed so many things along our offense to really help to continue to invest in Zach Wilson, right? Zach Wilson is also his draft pick as well.
Agreed.
Right? We also saw him get Elijah Vera Tucker in that draft. Now he comes into this draft, and what does he do? He continues to address other things in the offense as well, as Garrett Wilson, like you said, Ruckert as well. He's allowing Breece Hall, going up and getting Breece Hall. He's allowing himself to continue to invest within Zach Wilson to put us in a position to figure out who Zach Wilson is. Okay? If you're bad,
no question.
If he sucks, okay, it's going to be because he sucks. It's not going to be the Sam Darnold syndrome where we're still having question marks about who he is, what he is, because guess what? We never gave him any talent. Now, we don't know if we want to give him the fifth-year option or what. Nope, none of that's going to be done here. We're either going to know if you're bad or good, because you're going to be surrounded with talent to be successful. Even when you talked about that first week against the Panthers, yeah, it was a rough week. You want to know why? The offensive line couldn't block. Greg Van Roten, Conor Mcgovern, letting guys up the middle. He was getting smacked. I think in that game he got sacked 6 times. Okay, in that game. Guess what? The answer, the response to that was, we're bringing in Lakeland Thompson. We're going to get some tight ends that can help block. We're going to get Jeremy Rucker. We're going to start investing in the running game as well, because we couldn't run the ball in that game either. 27th ranked rushing game last year. 27th ranked rushing game in the league. Insanely bad if you're in a run-first offense. Joe Douglas continues to invest in him, and I think that was a big part of this draft as well. Give me your thoughts on that there, Phenom.
Wow, you said a mouthful, man. But what came up for me while what you were saying was my feelings have changed about Joe Douglas. He got rid of 2 players that I thought were going to be the faces of the franchise, and
Jamal Adams gone.
Sam Darnold
and gone.
Jamal Adams.
Yep.
Right. But look what he's done with those resources as a result of it. Like you said, he moved because you can't stay in one place long. You're going to get run over. So he moved. The Jets are in the flow. The Jets have found this flow that we're in now, it only looks better. It's 100% better. And man, I don't know what I got left, man. You got me all fired up. I'm ready to watch week 1, man. I'm ready to watch week 1.
That's what I'm talking. Listen, that's what we do here, okay? We get after it. That's what we do, baby. When you have a draft like this, that's what we do. Let the fire go. Listen, I come here to cause problems. I come here to rip it up. When you have a draft like this, I'm going to go crazy. All right? Now, my last question for you, Peter, before I let you go, because you bring in the heat as well. When you look at this roster, right, when you look at the situations, what is a position that you look at and you think that's still kind of a weakness? Is there a weakness on this Jets roster that you still want to see addressed a little bit?
No question. It's got to be linebacker. It's got to be linebacker. It's got to be linebacker because we're one injury away from if Mosley goes out, we're a little light there. We're a little light there. I'm sure it'll be addressed as into the last cuts of the last cuts before the regular season starts or something along those lines. But that's it for me. I mean, if Mosley goes out, then we're back to almost square one. But that's where I see it. Yeah. But that's it. That's it.
Listen, Peter, this was a phenomenal call from you. Let's give it to Peter, man. That's what I'm here to do. Listen, Peter, I want to thank you for calling in. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, man. You really brought some takes, bro.
Thank you very much, LBJ. Looking forward to spending some time with you and the Savages during the regular season. You guys have a great night.
Absolutely. You have a good one. Listen, Peter calling in with the heat. We're going to keep getting to these lines again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We're taking all callers. When you call in, please be patient. We'll get to everybody. The lines are hot. Also, make sure your phone is good. Make sure your background is clear. I don't want to hear anything crazy going on. All right? Also, this is a show. I don't allow cursing on my show. I know I have new callers. I do not allow cursing. You curse, I'll get you out of here fast. Fast. Faster than we got Mike McCagnon out of here. Get your ass out of here. We got a real general manager in the building, ladies and gentlemen. It's Joe Douglas. Had to get Mike McCagnon out of here. What a bum. Next, we're going to Rusty. Bill, Colin, Chris, we'll get to you in a second. Tommy, hold on. New caller as well. Rusty, we're coming directly to you. Salutes to you, Rusty. I want to thank you for calling in and listen, Rusty, there was a lot that went on during this draft, man. A lot of things that happened. First off, Rusty, for those of you that don't know, Rusty's a savage. Said he's a savage. Damn. Salutes, Rusty. Rusty, we're going off the rails right now. Give me your thoughts about Sauce Gardner at 4. How are you feeling about it, man?
Salutes, Joe. Salutes, fellow Savages. Yeah, I love it. You know, I wasn't expecting it. I really wasn't. I wasn't expecting us to go, cornerback with our very first pick. But, you know, how they think about it, and the way that they did it. And, best that position. We needed a corner. I mean, why not? If you're going to do it, you might as well go big or go home. And thank God it wasn't Stingley. Yeah. Thank God they weren't in love with Stingley at all. But, after digesting it more and more, I like it more and more. But, still, he's got to be like that Deion Sanders type level. I'm cool with it. And I don't mean, I'm not, that, okay, jerk type with that. But, you got it at 4. You're going to have to deliver some sauce, bud. Okay. I like him, though. But I really do hope he gets a little burned in preseason and it just, he figures it out and, just goes from there.
Listen, I know
so it doesn't affect us in the regular season. Yeah,
there's a lot of Jets fans that are already saying, he's going to be Revis and all these things. I want to slow down just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's slow down. He's a young kid coming in. He's got a lot of what it's going to take to be successful at this league, but he's not going to come in off the bat at corner and just go crazy. We got to slow down with that, all right? I know we're hyped up. Yeah, I'm flying off the rails too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm I got brakes on my car. I think some of y'all brakes is shot. I think some of y'all literally don't have no brakes. Okay, some of y'all don't have no brakes. I don't know how y'all passed that inspection at the DMV. You just took the brakes off and you just driving down the street. No. I got brakes. Okay, I've pumped my brakes multiple times. All right, let's slow down. I think that he's gonna come in. He's gonna contribute. I'm excited to see what he's going to bring, but I don't know about the Dion and the Darrelle Revis, kind of comparisons. But we'll see what he's going to bring to the table.
I mean,
but I want to get your thoughts on this too, Rusty.
He's his own person and delivers.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I want to get your thoughts on this, Rusty. We had a lot of discussion as we continued on through the draft. You were watching the draft with me. Now, Breece Hall in the second, for a lot of people, was extremely upsetting. We've seen a lot of people being upset that the New York Jets were able to make that move and get him. How do you feel about us drafting Breece in the second, especially with us trading up to get him?
Well, when it first happened, my head was, turned into a question mark. I believe my whole face, if I was looking in the mirror, just looked like a question mark. Mm-hmm. I was shocked. But, you can't deny what the kid was. Kid's unbelievable. I just, again, didn't think – in the second, but when you broke down the picks, it was really our fourth. It wasn't like a second round pick in a way. It was like getting four dudes. You needed it. You got one at cornerback, wide receiver, defensive end, and now running back. Yeah. And he could be the thunder to the lightning, mm-hmm. And then he could be the lightning too, and then you're just going to get beat up and, you're going to have to deal with Michael Carter.
Yeah.
And that's going to put some mental strain and physical, that's going to hopefully, really extremely frustrate defenses. It looks like it should on paper, but we all know how, MC Carter is. So I'm liking it, and the kid's no slouch.
Yeah.
He delivers and then some. He runs with a thud bang and does that one cut up and gone. That's what I like. I don't really like the dancing, but if you're going to dance, flow sideways, how Michael Carter does.
Yeah.
But he's just like sort of like 1-2 cuts and he's gone.
Yeah.
Or he's just going to run through you or at you. And I love that.
Yeah, I love that.
I don't really see him go out of bounds.
Yep, I love that as well. I think he's going to bring definitely something to this offense. Now, another guy that I was kind of shocked the New York Jets took was Jeremy Ruckert, man. We saw him take a tight end in that next round. We saw him take him in the third. Give me your thoughts about what he brings to the table. Are you excited to have this guy, on the roster, again, with CJ and Conklin here as well?
I can't lie. At the time, I was beside myself, not in a good way, because of Chanel.
Mm-hmm.
Because we, and that's what I was looking at, linebacker, and I was thinking, if we were going to go, tight end, we do it at 111. So, but, I understand where it is, and thank God, I'm happy Chanel isn't in our division and he can be in Kansas City, and when we see him, we see him. Mm-hmm. That type of deal. We got our guys. So, it's just, I mean, and then it's awesome too. He's from the island. So he was in like Lindenhurst area, and that's really cool. Yeah. But I mean, hopefully he doesn't get too nervous sometimes with but he'll be all right. He'll get those jitters out and stuff like that once he gets smacked once, and then he's just like, oh, all right, here we go. And he's gonna start smacking people around like he did Lloyd in the Rose Bowl. So,
yeah, we'll see. So my final question for you, Rusty, my final question for you is, give me your thoughts on watching a lot of people in the media congratulating the Jets and saying they had an amazing draft. What are your thoughts about that, man?
I laugh. I don't want it. I'm just gonna go kick rocks. All the time, like my whole life growing up, it was like, ha ha ha, the laughing stuff, all this. Now all of a sudden they're, our best friends. I'm good. You owe me like 15 continuous years before I'm just like, maybe, I don't know. And then you have the beat for us and stuff. They're always saying whatever. And you got the Rich Chimney guy. I'm good. And then you have you have Country Connor Hughes and stuff, Country Club Hughes. I can't. He's not even worth it. They're all hacks. It's They're a joke.
Okay.
Not even a good one.
Look, I respect everybody, but I hear
that's
you.
my
Rusty.
opinion on them.
Okay, look, I hear you. I respect your take. I respect everybody, but I understand the frustrations that have gone on, with this fan base and media and all that stuff. I've seen them constantly disrespect us. It's been crazy. But listen, Rusty, I want to thank you for calling in tonight. It was amazing to speak with you. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you. All right, my friend?
Most definitely, Joe. It was great talking with you as well. And, take care, Savages, and you're awesome, Joe.
Thank you so much. Salutes to Rusty, man. Listen, Rusty brought some heat tonight, man. He absolutely brought some heat. I like what he had to say. Again, we're going to keep getting to these lines. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We are taking all callers. Again, when you call in, please be patient. Make sure that your background is good, clean, clear, good to go. I want to be able to hear you. Make sure your phone's good. Also, for new callers, all right, do not curse when you call into my show because I will get you out of here fast. I'm talking fast. Faster than we got Adam Gaze out of here. Get your ass out of here. Out. Get out. We got Sulla in the building. We got Joe Douglas in the building. We had to clean out the funk. We had to get those guys out of here. So we're going to keep getting to these lines. Again, everybody, please be patient. We'll get to everybody. I'm now going to 609. 609, I'm coming directly to you. You look like a new caller. Give me your name, where you're from, and give me your thoughts about the first-round draft selection of the New York Jets.
Yo, this is JC from JC Sports Talk, my brother. How are you doing?
Salute. JC, first off, JC, we already know what time it is. Salutes to you. I want to thank you for calling in tonight. Listen, man, we had a draft, JC. Give me your thoughts about it, man. What was it like watching us be able to get Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, who moved back up and got Jermaine Johnson? What was the pick that you loved the most that the New York Jets made?
Man, look at this, man. First of all, man, congrats, man. You already know I'm an Eagles fan, man. We already collabed before we played each other. So I'm going to tell you right now, like, the Jets hands down won this. I mean, they won the draft in the first round. Like, they didn't have to pick no more. After the first round, hey, y'all could have just shut everything down and y'all would have won the draft. There's no way the Jets get 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 caliber Pro Bowl players in the first round. Sauce Gardner, to get Sauce, and then to get, like most people think, the best wide receiver in the draft in Garrett Wilson. And to top it off, I'm thinking Dallas is about to get Jermaine Johnson, and all of a sudden the Jets got it. I'm like, man, thank God they're not in my division. So I'm telling you right now, the Jets are on a come up, especially from last year. Y'all still got Elijah Moore, Zach Wood. I mean, y'all doing your thing, man. I gotta give y'all your props, man.
Yeah, listen. I'm telling you, JC, listen.
Here we go.
The fire is with us right now. Joe Douglas, our general manager, has changed things around here. A lot of those moves, those aggressive moves, were things that needed to be made, and he handled business. He worked this draft board so smartly, it was insane. Now, my next question for you, JC, because you're an Eagles fan, we go back and forth. Give me your thoughts about you guys getting A.J. Brown, man. What were your thoughts about that situation?
Man, that was crazy. Like, I didn't see that coming. If anybody told you they saw Eagles making a trade for A.J. Brown, like, they would have been crazy, because the whole time leading up to the draft, during the draft, Titan was like, no, we are keeping A.J. Brown. There's no way we are letting him go. 24-year-old Pro Bowl caliber, like, type of receiver, and you let him go for a 13, basically. So I could say that there's no wide receiver right now coming out of the draft that is better than A.J. Brown, because A.J. Brown is a proven vet. To get him at the 13th, and then And no. Matter of fact, we traded the 18th pick for A.J. Brown, and then we gave up a third. And we signed him to a 4-year, $100 million. You know, it's been reported it's about 5 years. But, man, that is a game changer because our division, you know, with the CD Lamb, blah, 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 the Eagles went from having one of the worst receiving core in the NFC East to one of the best receiving core in NFC East, possibly the NFL.
Okay. Listen, JC, before I let you go, man, are you going to be watching the Jets this year? This is my final question for you. Are you watching the Jets this year, JC? Can we get you to watch this team with us, bruh?
Hey, man, look, y'all got my support, man. Y'all got my support for sure. Y'all not in the NFC, so I ain't got to boo y'all. Hey, and we definitely don't play each other this year, so I'm rooting for y'all underdog because, hey, to see, you know, every year there's a team that goes from worst to first. Yeah. Hey, who knows? Who knows? I know, the AFC is really, really crowded. The AFC East, with the Patriots, to me, didn't do anything this draft, so they might take a step back. The Dolphins and the Bills, they're going to be tough, but I tell you what, the Jets are not a cakewalk, man. Yep. They're not going to be a pushover. Y'all going to go in every game fighting. And look, I'm happy for y'all, man. I like to see, a franchise at least have a chance to compete and not like, oh my God, we play the Jets. That's a guaranteed win. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Listen, I'm telling you, we're gonna be all right this year. I'm gonna say that. We're gonna come out, we're gonna fight. I'm telling you, we're gonna surprise a lot of people yibbity yapping about the New York Jets. But listen, JC, I gotta get back to these lines. I want to thank you for calling in tonight, my friend. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, all right?
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I love what you're doing, man. Keep it up, man.
Thank you so much. You have a good one, all right, my friend?
All right, later.
All right. Listen, JC calling out. I know he's an Eagles fan, but, we can hit him. We got to hit him with that. You know what I mean? He called in. He gave his praise to the Jets. Salutes to him. We're going to keep getting to these lines. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We're taking all callers. Again, to everybody. Again, when you call in, please be patient, okay? We will get to everybody. Please be patient. Next, I'm going to my guy, Bill. Bill, I'm coming directly to you. Chris, Venom, Tyrone, Tommy, we'll get to you in a second. Salutes to you, Bill. I want to thank you for calling in tonight. Listen, Bill. This draft is something else. People are fired up. Joe Douglas did his thing. Give me your thoughts about the New York Jets' first-round draft selections. How are you feeling about Wilson, Sauce Gardner, and Jermaine Johnson? What are your thoughts about him, man?
Big Joe. Loved your show, man. It was great watching it live.
Thank you.
Joe Douglas is making them sick, man. He's making them sick. The whole league, man. You see all these people on social media. They don't know what to do with themselves. The Jets are competitive now. Mm-hmm. Doormat, somebody removed their favorite doormat. They're sick. It's hilarious, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Joe took he did it. He did what he had to do. I know a lot of people were nervous with the pick at 4. They wanted to see Thibodeau. Mm-hmm. That didn't work out, but, at the end of the day, there's 3 guys arguably near the top, if not the top guy at the position. Positions in need. A lot of, like I said, the free agency is a lot of depth that's been accumulated. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. I got to train him up, like Solid said. He's like, hey, he was on the team once where everyone said it was a D-, where they got Russell Wilson, they got Bobby Wagner, and they got the third dude. Everyone called him a D-. He's like, you never know. You got to train him up. But Saleh, he's got his squad around him. He's got his team. I think the biggest thing you're overlooking is everyone says get weapons for Zach. But Zach has been out there working his butt off this whole summer, this whole offseason.
Yep.
He's going all over the He's working out with everyone. He's working out with Denzel Mims.
Mm-hmm.
They can get him on the same page. That's more depth. So I think a lot of people are looking at this thing from the draft, but long term, look at this team now. This is the kind of team that when they can make some noise and win in a conference right now or in a division, even where previous guys said, look at New England, they're looking kind of shaky. I think the last couple of years, there's no more Tom Brady to negotiate and bring guys in free agency up there. So we'll see what happens, but make a lot of noise in the next year. So very excited. It's a great draft. I think everyone's excited. Like I said, it's just you'll see how they hate us, though, man. They don't know what to do with themselves.
Yeah, I'm telling. Listen, Bill, you're speaking facts. There's so many people that want to hate. I'm talking want to hate, bruh. That it's just they don't know what to do. Now that we got people in the building that know what they're doing, that are making solid moves, they don't know what to do with themselves. They're so used to using us, like you said as well, as the doormat, so used to using us as the punchline of people's jokes. Now they can't do that, and they're looking around like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. These guys are coming for us, man.
They don't know what to do with themselves.
Yep.
They're stumbling. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. They're sitting there trying to figure out ways, trying to downlight the draft. Like, oh well, the value. Shut up with the value. Okay. We got 4 guys off the bat who are going to make an impact. I like Ruckert is a guy. We have a couple of years behind the 2, 1 and 2 tight ends. This guy's going to be ready to be a number 1 or 2 tight end for years to come.
Yep.
We got some guys with depth down in the later part of the draft who could come in for rotation. Mm-hmm. And as you mentioned before, the pass rush. You got before this all happened, we were talking about who do you want it for? I said Sauce. Trying to figure out how you can make Sauce work. Sauce takes away half your field, and your coverage can lead to sacks. And now we got the coverage in the back end and the pressure up front. Yeah. That's a game changer right there.
Yeah, it is. Now, give me your thoughts about this, Bill, because we talked about a lot of different things, right? The guys in the first getting Rucker, but there was a lot of people trying to hate on Breece Hall being selected in the second. Jets moved up to get themselves a running back. Give me your thoughts about him, and give me your thoughts about the move. Did you like the value that we gave up to go up and get him?
Gave up a 5th round pick. That's the equivalent of a 5th round pick.
That's it. Yeah.
And everyone's upset. We gave a 5th round pick to get the best running back. And so too many people just want to parrot or whatever. I don't know where they get these thoughts from or these ideas, but you could pick up a guy like Breece Hall who's going to he's going to now have Michael Carter as his complement to spell him. He's just depth across the board. Like I said, if someone goes down, no longer we're not worried about that. You get a premier running back, potentially the premier one in the draft for just a 5th round pick. I think you do that every time. So when you look at the big picture, Joe he's like a Bond villain out there. They don't know what to make of this guy. Joe D. It set them up for years. He's been accumulating these picks to make the right move. This is the time where his plan. It's the first time we've had a GM who actually has a plan. So I understand people are kind of shocked, don't know what to make of it. But the man, first year, he just had to clean house. He was like plunging the toilet that McCagnon left. It was just a wreck. He had to clean up the place, clean up the cap space, made his acquisitions to get the trading assets, and he turned them over. Free agents, that's going to come next. Everyone's going to take a look. Where we can be in a good position, get some wins. Zach has been working hard. He's a smart guy. When we're in a position to make the next step to challenge Buffalo, then you'll see the free agents coming, and then the plan will be complete. So I'm very excited. I think this is year 1. Even though we had a couple of years, this is the year where we're going to start seeing some results right now, and I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, it is. Now, my final question for you, Bill, is when you look at this roster now, right, after free agency, after the draft, what do you think is a strength of the New York Jets roster when you look at it right now?
Yeah, strength defensive line. Has been for years. Rotation's deadly. I mean, you rotate any of those guys, going to get pressure, and I don't see how you deal with that. Offensive line coach, you're going to be sitting up late at night figuring that one out. That's for sure. From the strength side, I mean, I heard you mention weakness before. Just quickly. Yeah, go ahead. I also agree. Linebacker, I'm concerned with. There's no depth there. Mm-hmm. But, they have a lot of the safety and linebackers. So like the middle of the defense there, a little concerned. Got a lot of guys who are safeties who are playing linebackers, so maybe you can throw some of those guys at safety. But from the linebacker standpoint, maybe some guys that they can, they're going to have to look and see who drops off, who's available. We still have some cap space. There's still free agents out there. Not exactly sure who, but Joe's going to have to work the phone to get someone in there for some depth because, like I said, there's depth all over, like depth at quarterback, depth defensive line, getting a nice rotation on the receivers in there without having to give up everything to get Debo, who, he probably would have come, but John Lynch wasn't going to give it up. That's probably going to cost him his job down the road when they're losing for nothing. But we didn't need him. We got our guy. We got Wilson, and we're good to go.
Yeah, you did. Listen, I want to thank you for calling in, Bill. It's phenomenal to speak with you. You have yourself a good night, my friend.
You're the man.
Absolutely.
You're the man, Joe. Keep it going.
Thank you so much. Listen, Bill calling in with the fire. Yeah. Listen, first off, I want to thank V-Man with the big donation. I said I want to thank V-Man with the big donation. V-Man says, Long Beach Joe, look at the pic I sent you on Twitter, which I will soon. All right. He says, by the way, the Jets have a better roster on paper than the Patriots. That's what I'm talking about, V-Man. You already know it. Again, I want to thank V-Man with the big donation, man. I want to thank him for real. Salutes to you and thank you for giving to the platform. So we'll keep getting to these lines again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We are taking all callers. You know what I'm saying? We taking all callers and we get into it. But hold on, before we get there, salutes to Kevin Ramos with the big donation, man. I said salutes to Kevin Ramos with the big donation. Kevin Ramos says, fired up after the draft. The Jets will get a wild card playoff spot in 2022. I've been a Jets fan for 40 years. Salutes to you, Kevin, with the big donation, man. Kevin talking facts, man. We'll see. We'll see. It's been 40. It's been tough. It's been tough. You know what I mean? We'll see what's going on going forward. All right. We got a lot of things coming. We got to see what's going on with Zach Wilson. All right. Hopefully he steps up. But I'm telling you, we are hyped after this draft. We're going to keep getting to these lines again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We are taking all callers. Before we get there, though, the New York Jets also have some undrafted free agents that they've signed as well. Zonovan Knight, DQ Thomas, CJ Brewer, Irvin Charles, Savion Williams, Alan George, Keyshawn Abram, DeAndre Torrey, Tony Adams as well from Illinois. Listen, we got some guys in the building as well, undrafted guys that we're bringing in. I know we may have other guys coming in here as well, but those are the guys that we have, you know, signing in the building too. So we're going to see what the New York Jets do with those draft picks. So we're going to get back to these lines again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We're taking all callers again. When you call in, please be patient. All right. We'll get to everybody. Please like the stream too. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe as well if you haven't subscribed, and hit that notification bell so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. So next, I'm going to my guy, Tommy. We're going to Tommy. Venom will come to you. And also, you know, 347 will be coming to you as well. Chris will come to you as well. Tommy, salutes. I want to thank you for calling in tonight. Listen, Tommy, we had a draft, man. All right. We talked, you know, during the first round of the draft. You were hyped. You were excited. That second round came. You were still hyped, excited. I know about Brees. Give me your thoughts about Ruckert, man. How do you feel about the New York Jets drafting him? And what do you think he's going to be able to do on this roster at tight end with CJ and Conklin?
Hey, how are you, Joe? Listen, man, this was a franchise-defining draft.
Mm-hmm.
This draft was from top to bottom. It was great, and first and foremost, I want to congratulate you, Joe.
Thank you.
Because you wanted edge. You wanted edge and edge.
Yeah.
And the Jets for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
They actually took not one but two first-round caliber edge rushes.
Mm.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I know you talked about Mike Clemons.
Yeah, Mike Clemons. You think he's a first round caliber?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Talk to us.
Well, what they're saying, he was borderline day one, borderline day two draft pick. I mean, his caliber of play. So if he is borderline day one, day two, that's first or second round. And bringing him in at this, we got him with our seventh pick, and we had a lot of great picks, and we took him with our last pick, and the last pick was in the fourth round. So this guy, I mean, I know he had some issues and whatever, but he didn't have.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, here's the thing, Tommy. Here's the thing, Tommy, and I hear you. Look, I said before the draft. Everybody knows I wanted edge pressure. I wanted us to get edge. Yes, we got Jermaine Johnson at 26. Love to trade up to move to 26 to grab him. Tommy's talking about us taking, Clemons in the 4th. He feels like he could have been a day 1 guy or a day 2 guy. Okay, I respect that and I get it. Now, here's where I was surprised with the Clemons move, okay? I understand it's a 4th round pick, but he has a lot of red flags. He also has an injury history too. But outside of the injury history, the arrest. And that's what I want to ask you about, Tommy. Are you concerned about those arrests? Are you concerned about those red flags and him running into issues with the law? Because, again, we've seen that cost players in the NFL. Well, we've seen it ruin people's careers and they're not really getting anything out of a player because they can't stop, getting in stuff off the field.
Well, Joe, it's too late to be concerned about that. Joe Douglas, he had a meeting with his security team, and they came up with the conclusion that the risk was worth the reward here. And you know why? Why I think they picked him? Even though he had all that nonsense about him, he has a rap sheet, all that. He was a team captain. No, you didn't mention that, Joe. This guy was a team captain in Texas A&M. So you know how Joe also likes his team captain. So they figured, let's go with it. They're gonna get more. The risk is worth the reward at this point. It's the last pick, and we had just a marvelous draft all around from top to bottom.
Yeah, no, like I said, I think that Clemons has the ability. He has the traits as well. This is a guy that's 6'5", ran a 4.8. He's got what it'll take. But again, there's a question. Like I said, we just talked about the arrest and things like that, but there's also an injury history. But again, he's a 4th round pick. He's going to come in. We have a solid defensive line. If he can get in here and really get within the rotation, he's a guy that could absolutely have an impact. I'm not bashing that pick as well. We'll see what he turns out to be. Now, when you look at another pick as well, that a lot of Jets fans love, Max Mitchell, taken in the 4th. Give me your thought about him and what he's going to bring to this, kind of offensive line depth here.
Well, we needed an offensive tackle, a swing tackle. And Joe, what people are not saying, I don't know if you caught this, but Pro Football Focus graded him as the highest graded tackle in the nation. This guy fell. He fell to the 4th round as the highest graded tackle in the nation. And look, this is a sleeper pick.
Listen, Tommy, I hear you.
I was thrilled.
Listen, I hear you, but the Pro Football Focus also told us that Conor McGovern was a top 10 center. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I'm not trying to disrespect those guys. I respect them, but Conor McGovern, top 10 center.
No.
I'm just saying.
All right.
I'm just saying he's not a top 10
All
center,
right,
but
Joe.
I respect it.
One.
No, I respect it. I think Max Mitchell.
Max
Mitchell is a tough guy. He's gonna come in. I think that he can really help us. He is talented. Now I know that there's a lot of talk about him. He needs to pick up weight. Also needs to get a bit stronger, but he's a developmental guy. And I think a lot of people don't think about it like this as well, as we've seen Joe Douglas take developmental guys, in his past drafts as well, that actually really picked up steam. I remember, Cam Clark. Anybody remember him? He was a guy that actually was supposed to, possibly be our starting right guard before he went down, dealt with the injury. We ended up with Greg Van Roten starting. That was horrible, but everybody was fired up about Cam Clark and what he was doing before that injury. He showed a lot of promise and a lot of potential. So I think that I like this pick of Max Mitchell as well, coming in here from Louisiana. I think Joe Douglas did a good job there. And again, it sets up a situation that if the extension doesn't work out with George Fant, we can move on from him and we can allow Mitchell to kind of take over that spot because he should be ready back then. So I really like that too, Tommy. Now, my last question for you, Tommy.
Well said.
Yeah, my last question for you, man, before I let you go. This has been fire where the lines are hot. When you look at this situation, when you look at this New York Jets draft, right, what do you think is the weakness of this roster right now? What is a position group that you look at and you say, I still want to see it addressed a bit more?
Joe, I got a lot to say, but I'm gonna answer your question, and I'm gonna tell you, defensive tackle.
Okay.
We didn't replace Foley Fatukasi. We didn't replace him.
Okay. So
that's the hole right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of our major problems right now.
So
even though they're talking about our 2 edge rushers we just drafted, that they're solid against the run as well. And I guess it's gonna affect all the positions. Every position affects each one another, especially on the defense.
Mm-hmm.
But we really lost something special there in Foley.
Yeah.
So I mean I like that guy. I like that guy. It was a good pick.
Yeah.
But I'm just getting back to your original question before I change.
I'll give you the last word before I let you go. Go ahead.
Well, my last word in two sentences. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
About the tight end, Jeremy Rucker.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had the Jets taking Trey McBride because I mean that's how much I wanted a tight end. I wanted a great tight end.
Yep.
And they're saying this guy Trey Rucker might even be better than him.
Yeah.
So that was a super sleeper pick as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's gonna open up holes. He's gonna open up holes. For Breece Hall, man. We got Breece Hall. I don't know how we got Breece Hall. I was so thrilled about this guy, Breece Hall. I know you wasn't crazy about it at first. I was. And if you, I know. But listen, NFL Next Generation states the grade on him was a 99 overall. They gave him a 99 draft score, and the previous person to get that, it was in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who it was? Derrick Henry.
Okay.
Derrick Henry had the same 99 draft score as Breece Hall.
Yeah.
All right. And in 2018, you know who got 99? Saquon Barkley.
Look.
I mean, we're talking a runner here. We're talking a running back.
Tommy,
we're back in it, man.
Tommy, you are talking straight facts. I mean, look, this guy Breece. Like I said initially, we were all watching the draft together. I wanted us to go edge again. I wanted Boye Mafe. He was there. But once the pick came, I was kind of shocked. I was very shocked. But the more I started to think about it, the more I thought this is going to benefit Zach Wilson in this offense, man. Yep, absolutely going to benefit him. So I like the move. Again, salutes to Tommy for calling in. We're going to keep getting to these lines. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We're taking all callers. Next, I'm going to my guy, D. I'm going to D. Venom Chris will come to you in a second. 917 will come to you as well. Salutes to you, D. I want to thank you for calling in tonight, D. Listen. This was a fired-up draft, man. This has been a fired-up show. Give me your thoughts about the New York Jets' first-round draft pick selections, man. How did you feel about it?
What's good, Joe?
What's going on, man?
I love the picks. Honestly, I love the picks. I knew we had to get Sauce. Mm-hmm. We got to get Sauce to match up with these receivers in the AFC East now in our division. Garrett Wilson, I loved it. Coming back to get the DN. I knew he would fall. I mean, I'm not big on him, but getting him at 26, at pick 26, I'm not going to complain about that.
Okay. Yeah, look, I like the move. I like the trade up. I was pretty big on him. I think we talked about him being a top 10 guy. To be able to grab that guy at 26, I think is huge for the New York Jets. Very big, especially when you look at some of the other picks that we made. Now, us grabbing Garrett Wilson as well, I thought was a good move. But Breece Hall in the second kind of surprised me a little bit initially. Give me your thoughts about that selection, man. What are your thoughts about us taking a running back in the second round?
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Breece Hall.
Yep.
That's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't think we would do it. I'm glad we did it, man.
Yep.
When the last time we had a featured back? I mean, honestly, it hasn't been one like that since Curtis Martin.
Yeah.
And guess what number Curtis Martin wears?
Yeah, you already know.
28.
You already know. Now, do you speak in truth right now? You bring in the heat. My final question for you is, after this draft, man, how much confidence do you have in Joe Douglas as a general manager, just continuing going forward with this football team?
Joe Douglas is great as he's doing a hell of a job as a GM. I'm not worried about him.
Yeah,
I'm worried about the coaching.
Okay.
I'm worried about I'm worried about the coaching staff for you know, supposedly we had a defensive guru and we finished last in the league.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's an issue right there.
Yeah, but there were some needs there, and we did have some injuries, but there were some needs. I think with Jermaine Johnson being in the building, helping that edge, and also Carl Lawson hopefully coming back healthy, he's going to help us get some bend. This entire defensive scheme is about pressure. If you can't get pressure, you're going to be dead in the water. We made adjustments. We did a lot of different things, but there were some issues going. But listen, D, I want to thank you for calling in tonight, man. It was phenomenal to speak with you, man. You have yourself a good night, my friend.
All right, you too. Back to the Henny, man.
All right, have a good one. Listen, D over there doing his thing, all right? I respect it. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We are taking all callers. You know what I'm saying? Again, please give the stream a thumbs up. Wherever you're watching me from, please subscribe to the stream. Also, hit that notification bell so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. You know, we're going to get to everybody. Please be patient. Next, I'm going to my guy, Venom. Venom, I'm coming directly to you. Chris, I'll come to you next. BK, you'll be next as well. Salutes to you, Venom. I want to thank you for calling in tonight. Venom, for those of you that don't know, you know what I'm saying? Venom is a savage, man. He's a savage. My God, man. Don't mess with Venom, G's. No matter what, you know. There's a lot of things you want to do, but you don't want to mess with Venom. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So now listen, Venom, we had a draft here. Give me your thoughts about the New York Jets first round picks, man.
Man, it was amazing, man. You know, some of it, I know we was watching it together, man. We was talking on Smack together.
Yep.
I know we hated the whole dragged out, you know, presentation, but yo, our pick, we knocked the ball out the park, man.
Yep. You know,
we knocked the ball out the park the first round, man. I can't believe it. Like, we were the wide receiver at 10. We was like, what? We didn't address the edge.
Yeah.
And we were going back and forth for the. Then we see at 26, we see them pop up. We like, yo, who they gonna get, man?
Yep.
Then we see JJ get picked. You know, Joe, I can't. They did their thing, man. They did the first round. They did a great job. And then we tuned in for day 2. We're like, yo, why we take a running back? We got Michael Carter. What are they doing? You know, and then we start putting it together. We like, oh yeah, Michael Carter was hurt. We were picking people up off the street to play running back, and then we were like, okay, cool, that's a good pick. And then went down to the offensive line, and then the tight end. I think they hit this one out of the park, man. You know, and you know, whatever there's a gift and a curse, man. So without our previous coach, Michael Gase, we wouldn't have Joe Douglas. So I see with Joe Douglas and him bringing in Salah, I think this is a great way they're restructuring the team.
Yeah.
And now you can see they're both in line with their 2 first picks, man.
Yeah. Listen, I really love what Joe Douglas did. Venom, you might want to fix your phone. You're kind of going in and out. But I really like what Joe Douglas did in this situation, like you said as well, making sure that he grabbed, you know, he got Sauce Gardner first. I was a little shocked when he passed on Kayvon Thibodeau, right? Then he went and grabbed Garrett Wilson, like you said as well. We were watching that live. We were fired up. And then I was like, man, where's the edge pressure coming from? Well, he trades back up and he grabs Jermaine Johnson, which was big as well. I thought that was huge. Going into the second round, he grabs Breece, which I didn't think he would take a running back there, especially with Boya on the board. But like you said, too, the more that we thought about that pick, the more that we started to look around and say, okay, you know what? They want to run the football more. They want to be more effective running the football. You get yourself 2 backs. Then they grab Jeremy Rucker in the 3rd round, which is, I mean, that's just screaming, hey, we're going to start to run the football. We're going to, you know, ground and pound. We're going to look a lot like the Niners look offensively, which is what our offense is all about. So once he continued to move, you know, through these drafts and he started to make these picks, you started to see that. And that was one thing that you said as well, Venom, is when you looked at the situation, you start to look at the running back and you say, okay, we got Michael Carter, who was phenomenal for us last season. You add Breece Hall, it starts to put pressure on guys like Ty Johnson, You know what I'm saying? Who we thought we would get a lot more out of last season that we didn't. You know what I mean? There was a lot of drops by Ty Johnson, a lot of fumbles. You know what I'm saying? So it starts to put a little pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? Am I right? Am I right, Venom? I'm just saying.
You definitely right. You definitely right, bro. Because you could see it in San Fran. Remember, they had Mustard, they had Clemons, they had a different variety of backfield. So they had it created something like what we see now.
Yeah.
So I think we're running the same scheme. And we'll see. I think we're gonna have a lot of new bandwagoners this year, man. So, you know, your channel's going to influx.
I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Please subscribe. Yeah, please subscribe. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Venom call y'all bandwagons. I don't call anybody bandwagons over here. You know, I call you welcomed guests.
I've been here from day one, man.
Welcome.
We've been. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it, bro. You know, I'm loving it, man. I love to see how everything is progressing in the right direction, bro.
Yeah, yeah. So as we continue on, man, my next question for you is, as you look at this roster right now, right, after free agency, after the draft, what do you think is the New York Jets' weakest position group at this point?
Oh, man, I still want I would feel more comfortable if that center position was, you know, something that we addressed, you know, and hopefully it will be next year. But I want to give Conor Mcgovern a good shot and see if he can produce with the talent around him. But if not, we got to address that next year. So, you know, that's the one area that I see need addressing. I think every other area is pretty much good. I think next year in the linebacker position, we got the two rookies we drafted last year, so they'll understand the system a lot more. They were even hurt last year, so, you know, we were just, you know, running the practice squad team out there. So I think we have a lot of pieces in place. It's just more about getting the reps and them seeing the field a lot more. So we just don't see it because they haven't been on the field enough, so we don't feel comfortable within them. So once we get to see them a full season, I think we'll say, yo, we're not in a bad spot at all, because Joe Douglas did a great draft last year, and we just need to see the players on the field.
Yeah.
And Joe, I can't wait to see my man Mims back on the field. He's looking like he's going to be good this year.
Okay.
You know, I know we have this go back and forth. The same thing I said about my man Herndon too, but you know, Mims looks like he's going to step up this year.
I want to remind everybody that Venom G's fully backed Chris Herndon. I want to remind everybody that. I want to remind everybody of that. Let's give it to him again. That's all I'm saying. This was Chris Herndon's biggest fan. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. But we're on a better and different path, okay? Look at our tight end position now. Rucker.
We're on a different trajectory.
Yeah, we got CJ. We got Conklin. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. Listen, Venom, I got to get back to these lines, man. I want to thank you for calling in. Next time I have a show, Venom, you already know I want to hear from you, bro. Absolutely. Salutes, Venom. Listen. Venom calling in. I'm just saying, you know, it kind of is what it is. He supported Chris Herndon. Salutes to Venom G's. You know what I mean? Salutes to Venom G's. We're going to keep getting to these lines again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We're taking all callers. Next, I'm going to 469. 469. I'm coming directly to you. BK Chris will come to you next. 469. We're coming directly to you. Give me your name, where you're from, and give me your thoughts about the New York Jets first round draft selections, my friend.
You kidding me? Are you talking to me, Joe?
Yes, I am. 469. What's going on?
610-902. Oh my God, man! I want your autograph. First of all, I'm an old grumpy Jets fan here. I was in college in 1985.
Oh, okay.
The Dolphins beat the heck out of us 45-0, I believe. You were in diapers still, Joe. But anyway,
go ahead.
I love the show. I'm going to do everything I can to get your subscribe up to like freaking. I can't believe you. golly, man, there's a lot of Jets contents out there that have like 10,000 subscribers, 20,000. Man, you deserve to have at least 15,000.
Thank you.
Anyway, my background: I grew up in the Bronx. I live in about 20 miles east of Dallas right now.
Okay.
Diehard Jets fan. I have to hear all these Dallas Cowboys fans like talking about their Super Bowl win, but in reality, if you go back to, if you Google your research, the last 10, 20 years, the last 15 years, the Jets head to head with Dallas Cowboys, we beat the heck out of them. We have better records than them. Anyway, and I met Troy Aikman, not a big fan of him, but anyhow, I am on cloud nine right now, Joe. I don't know. I just can't believe, like, this guy Joe Doug was a magician. He brought in Sauce Gardner. This guy is, to me, he's God, man. This guy is like the Rel Reeves.
Listen,
Richard Sherman on steroids.
Yeah,
okay?
listen.
I'm
Listen,
telling you right now.
Hold on a second. Listen, you're fired up. I am as well, right? We are headed in a different direction. We have a general manager that understands, man. He understands. Listen, I am right there with you. I'm hyped up too. Now, I hear what you're saying. You're looking at Sauce Gardner. You think he's phenomenal. I know a lot of Jets fans love what we did there, right? You got Garrett Wilson in the building as well at 10. Give me your thoughts about him trading up for Jermaine Johnson. How did you feel about that move, man?
Jermaine Johnson is, besides freaking good-looking motherfucker.
Watch your language. Yeah, don't curse. Go ahead.
Oh no! I know. I apologize. I just can't help myself. Besides a good-looking man, he's man. Just take a look at the Senior Bowl, man. This guy is incredible. This guy, I understand about Thibodeau and Eaton, Hutchinson, whatever, but this guy is incredible. Jermaine Johnson and I was, and a lot of like stupid general manager out there things off the field, whatever issue. I didn't get it, but anyhow, for us to trade up to get him, he's very appreciative. He understands. He's gonna think about when he played all this team that passed on him. Made him like drop him to the 26. He's gonna think about those teams. And anyway, before all the Jet Nations out there, I just want to give credit to. I just want to thank the Houston Texans, the Atlanta Falcons, and the Titans. The Texans, I thank them because they didn't get Sauce. They got pretty good Stingley. They got pretty good guys too, but Sauce is the one, man. I like this guy. I just want to. Oh God, I just want to meet him. I'm going to meet him one day. But anyway, this guy is professional. He's all about business. He's a good person. I can tell he came from a good, humble family. He's all about his family, his mom. He's gonna be the Jet. This guy's gonna be Jet for life, and the Jet's gonna give him some good money. After his contract's over. But anyway, I thank the Houston Texans for not picking him. And I thank Atlanta Falcons for picking Drake London and not Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson is not another good dude. This guy is Marvin.
I'm telling you right now, these guys are going to be phenomenal. The guys that we took in this first round, they're coming in, like you said as well. Sauce Gardner, we got Garrett Wilson. It's a lot to be fired up about here, man. It absolutely is. Yes, we're bringing the heat. Listen, I wanna thank you for calling in, my friend. It was amazing to speak with you. You have yourself a good night. Listen, he brought in and breathed the heat, man. We're going to keep getting to these lines. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. Next, I'm going to my guy, BK Trainer. Salutes to you, BK. I want to thank you for calling in tonight. Listen, man, we got a lot of heat. This show's hot right now. A lot of things going on. Give me your thoughts about the New York Jets first-round pick selections, man. How did you feel about Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, and the trade-up for Jermaine Johnson? What were your thoughts about it, man?
I loved it. Listen, man, they needed that. They needed to get winners. okay, and they look like they're winners. You know what I'm saying? They addressed everything they needed in that first round. To come up to 26 and get Jermaine Johnson, man, that was solid, man. I'm really proud of the organization for doing what they just did.
Yep, I am as well, man. Especially like you said, a lot of the moves that was made, we were all kind of sitting there after 10. And we were waiting on edge. We were like, okay, well, what are you doing? And Joe Douglas shocked us, got aggressive, moved up, bruh, and got Jermaine Johnson. Now, as we continue on down this draft, there were some haters. We already hearing them. A lot of people upset that we moved up for Breece Hall. Give me your thoughts about that. What are your thoughts about the New York Jets taking a running back in the second round?
All right, well, two things. One, we needed an explosive player. Right, we got that in a receiver. We also need that in the backfield. Michael Carter is an excellent running back. He celebrates to the hole, but this guy can make plays anywhere on the field. When you have the opportunity to pick up a back like that, you have to get him. Forget about the third round. You can find a back, fourth round, none of that. He was available. You was able to get him, and you already got 3 top players. So you get the running back who you can pair with Michael Carter, and you could be a more efficient offense that can score anywhere on the field.
Yeah, you talking facts, man. You talking complete facts, and one of those things that I think as well, as the draft continued to play it out, because we were watching it here live, when Hall was picked up, we were all kind of, at least I was shocked, bro. I was like, whoa, I thought we would take another edge.
I was happy. I was telling
you was. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was telling a few other people, I said, yo, we need to get another running back. Get him early. Do not wait for the other. When a good running back is available, match him up. Don't wait till no 4th round, 5th round. That's a different talent group that's in the 4th and 5th round, normally on average.
Yeah. And then as the draft continued to play out, we saw them go get Jeremy Rucker, man, in the 3rd, one of his, calling cards is he's a good run blocker. Give me your thoughts about adding him at tight end with CJ and Conklin here, man. How do you feel about that?
It's a great look because I watched him in college play, and he can ball. That's one. The second thing, CJ can play. He can do a lot of different things as a tight end. So he can run a lot of different routes, and you can still bring him in and let him be like the true tight end, blocking and also catching football. So we did a great job at the tight end room, basically. Having 3 guys there.
It's hype, man. It's hype. Now, my final question before I let you go, BK, because you done brought the heat, man. Give me your thoughts about this roster when you look at it, right? We finished free agency. Of course, there's still guys out there we can add, right? There's a lot of talk. Kwan Alexander, I'm just saying, there's a lot of talk about him swirling about, all right? I just want to say that. Then we finished the draft, right? What is a position that you look at right now that's still a weakness on this New York Jets roster that you're saying, you know what, we need to address this? This is something that Joe Douglas could still, kind of poke and prod at and try to address. What are you looking at as still kind of a weakness on this roster?
Well, I would look to the draft for next year to get another linebacker and a free safety. I wouldn't mess with what we have now. I think I like the chemistry of what we're going to have on the field. So as far as being Conor Alexander, no, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Play with the guys we have now. Now we need to address the free safety position. Definitely address the free safety position. However, with what we have now, I think we can be a top defense. I would say anywhere from top, between top maybe 8 to 15 or maybe 12 in the league. So it's all about really how good Sauce is going to be shutting down these receivers in the conference or in the division.
Yeah. Okay.
It comes back to that.
No. I mean, you bring in absolute facts right now. So before I let you go, BK, how confident are you in Joe Douglas going forward, man?
Listen, look at his track record. He won Super Bowls already.
Yeah.
And the main thing now is I've been confident in him since he got there. Because what he was able to do is get rid of some players, create a plan so we can end up where we at right now. So I'm confident in Joe Douglas as a GM.
Yeah. Absolutely. Listen, BK, I want to thank you for calling in. You brought some heat, man. Give it to him. Yeah, you did, man. Salutes to you. I want to thank you for calling in, BK. You have yourself a good one, man.
You as well, brother. Stay strong.
All right. Listen, BK Trainer calling in, all right? We're going to keep getting to these lines. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. But first, we got to go to Leon S. Kennedy with the big donation. I said we're going to Leon S. Kennedy with a big donation. Salute to Leon given to the platform. Leon says, Savages, this man deserves to have them numbers up. Sauce Garner is flat Stanley right now, but that is okay. Props to Joe. God bless you. Long Beach Joe for edge rusher. Salutes to you, Leon. Again, thank you for the big donation, my man. And I want to thank him, man. Salutes to you, Leon. I want to thank you for giving to the platform. I was telling people during my live draft show, I wish the New York Jets would have drafted me at edge rusher. I can fix these issues, all right? Bring up Joe, okay? Call my name, pick me 4 in the draft. I'll take care of everything. You know what I'm saying? I could do it. I could do it, man. You know what I mean? So we're going to keep getting to these lines again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We're taking all callers. Next, I'm going to my guy, Chris. Chris, salutes to you. I want to thank you for calling in tonight. It's always great to speak to you, Chris. Man, we've had a show, all right? Give me your thoughts about this New York Jets draft, man. How did you feel about the first round pick, watching Joe Douglas do his business and work his magic?
How's it going, Joe?
How's
Long
it going?
Time no talk.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. How's it going, Chris? Give me your thoughts on this draft, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't actually see the draft, but I did see who we picked.
Mm-hmm.
And to be strategically honest here, I'm not too confident yet, because let's back up for a moment. We got to be careful. I understand a lot of guys are crazy. Oh, we got Sauce Gardner, we got Jermaine Johnson, but let's hold on the brakes for a minute, because remember, we don't want to repeat the same mistake we repeated last year. Remember, a lot of people wanted Mr. Mims to go out and play. He played. He showed his true colors. Every Jets fan want him gone. We cannot repeat the same mistake. I'm not saying these guys are not talented, but what I am saying is we have to wait and see how well they do on the field before we decide if Joe Douglas made the right choice.
No, listen, Chris, listen, Chris, I hear exactly what you're saying. And again, I want to thank you for calling in. I hear, you don't want to get too ahead of yourself. That's why I know a lot of people want to say Sauce Garner is Darrelle Revis. Some people are trying to say that he's Deion Sanders. I'm saying pump your brakes on that. But I don't think there's anything wrong with Jets fans being excited about getting a quality draft, right? There's a lot of players. There was a lot of process working up to this, right? Where we had analysts and draft guys left and right screaming about who would be the best. There's tier charts and all these things going on. And when you look at that, the New York Jets ended up with 3 guys that were supposed to go in the top 10. One of them we got at 26 in Jermaine Johnson. You got to be excited about that. When a lot of people are saying, hey, the Jets got the best corner in the draft, they got one of the best wide receivers in the draft, and they got one of the guys that's supposed to be the most pro-ready edge. Can't you see why a lot of people are fired up, especially when they're saying, hey, they got the best running back in the draft as well in the second round? I mean, can't you see why people are fired up, Chris?
Yeah, but isn't that what they said about Mr. Mims? And then he performed last year, and look what happened at the end. You can't make that same mistake. We have to see how well they do. Me, I'm gonna give them 3 years. If I see that they exploded in those 3 years, then I'll say, you know what, Joe Douglas didn't make the right move. I admit I was wrong.
Okay.
But I want to wait and see how well they do. Remember, we're playing with Pandora's box here. So we gotta slow and steady before we get over excited. We have to wait and see how well they do on the field. Remember, college is different than the NFL, and that's what a lot of people don't get. They think that, this guy did well in college. Whole new level, whole new league, new competitors, new opponents, new system.
No, listen, Chris, I hear you. I hear you, and I hear you. You're guarding yourself, and I understand it. I get where you're coming from. So now, when you look at this situation, right? You look at the draft. Draft is over now. You were hearing a lot of things from the media that are excited about the New York Jets draft. How do you feel about Joe Douglas now that free agency is over, now the draft is over? Are you confident in him going forward as a general manager?
I don't have an answer for that yet, Joe. I have to see how well the players play before I give him a grade, because I'm a little bit concerned also because, I mean, last year he got the grade and look where we ended up. You know, again, we have to see so that we won't repeat the same mistake over and over and over. As much as I want to give you an answer on that, I have to wait. I'm gonna give each one like up to their third year, and then I'll start making grades and stuff and see what I think.
Okay.
But right now, I gotta slow down because I don't want to get overhyped up and then they end up being a bust, which I hope they don't. But
okay,
you never know what happens.
Okay, no, look, I respect that, Chris. You're guarding your heart, and it is what it is. But I tell you what, I'm hyped up over here. Listen, Chris, I want to thank you for calling in. It was great to speak to you. Next time I have a show, man, I want to hear from you, Chris, because I ain't heard from you in a minute. All right.
Yeah, buddy, no problem.
All right.
Season then.
Absolutely. You have a good one, my friend.
All right, buddy. Have a good night.
All right. Listen, Chris calling in. Chris called in and he spoke his mind. He's cautious, and I understand that. But me, I'm fired up, man. I'm hot. I'm fired up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cautious at all. I'm not cautious at all. I love this draft. I love what we did. I'm hyped. I'm not saying that Sauce Gardner is Revis or, Deion Sanders. I'm not doing that. All right? Y'all got to slow down on that. But I'm hyped. You know what I mean? Just know that. So, listen, it's been quite a show. Salutes to everybody. I want to thank everybody for listening and watching. This has been phenomenal. What a great draft. This team is changing. It's changing the direction. This general manager and Joe Douglas is changing the direction of this franchise, and I love it. And this is going to be a defining season. For this franchise is going to be a defining season as well for Zach Wilson. That's who really, truly is going to benefit from a lot of the things that we did in this draft. It's Zach Wilson. We finally have a general manager that understands how to build behind a quarterback to help them be successful. That's big, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and close out the show. Listen, I am the man of the people. I'm here for the people. Let me shamelessly promote my Facebook page. Everyone go on Facebook, search The Long Beach Joe Show. Like that page. My content's up there. Go ahead and give it a listen. Message me. I'll message you right back. I love going back and forth with folks about this football team. Also, leave me some feedback. I love hearing about what you folks think I do here on The Long Beach Joe Show. All right? You know what I'm saying? I want to hear from you. Okay? I'm also on Twitter as well, YoungJ000. Again, YoungJ000. All right, go ahead and follow me. I'll follow you right back. You want to troll me? No issues. I am the troll that lives under the bridge. And I will have my Vera Tucker jersey on at all times. I was hoping I would be able to get a Drake London jersey. But Atlanta stood in the way of that. Thank you, Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. I got my Vera Tucker jersey on. Fight on. You know what I mean? The show's page as well is at The Long Beach Joe. At The Long Beach Joe on Twitter. Go ahead and follow that page as well. I'm also on YouTube as well. Long Beach Joe Jets. Long Beach Joe Jets on YouTube. Okay, go over there, subscribe. All right, hit that notification bell. And if you want to troll me, get in those comments. We can go back and forth as well. I'll troll you there as well too. All right, we can go back and forth. And as always, people, as always, when you see me in person, because you will see me in person, it is arms out, chest open, free hugs for everyone. Free hugs for everyone. The hugs will cost you absolutely nothing, okay? No matter what anyone says, the hugs will always remain free. All right? I want to thank you folks for listening, and I want to thank you folks for calling in. Without you people, I'm absolutely nothing. Thank you for taking the times out of your day to call in and listen to the show. You folks are absolutely the best. I want to thank you folks again. You folks have a good one. Peace. 1 second, folks. All right, I should be back. Whew, what a crazy show. Listen, Fired up. For those of you that are new, exclamation point links in the chat brings up my link tree. Okay, my link tree has my link tree has access to all of my content there. You can find it all there. All of my social media pages, all of my YouTube pages, which is there's content coming for all of those. I put up content on this channel constantly. There's more content coming. Believe me, my schedule's crazy, but there's content coming. It'll be there very soon. It has access to everything, even the charities that I support, all of that stuff. Okay, so please click that link tree and go straight through there for anything. Also, please subscribe to this channel if you have not. All right, we have a lot of fun. For those of you that are new, we watch games together through the season. When my schedule allows, we do a live, watch along with each other, live reaction to the game. We have a lot of fun doing that. Then we turn around and we, have a live radio show directly after that. If you look at this number right here, that's the number to the show. Okay, when you call in, please, I want to let everybody know, because I know people are new and I get a lot of new callers. Listen, when you call in, please make sure that your phone is good and that your background is clean, crisp, and clear. I don't want a lot of yelling noise in your background, or I'm gonna have to move on from you. Okay, I cannot have that on here. My audience needs to be able to hear you. I need to be able to hear you clearly, because we want to hear your takes. That's why we do this. That's why I do this, is to connect with football fans, okay? And I know that there's a lot of fans here that aren't even Jets fans. We had an Eagles fan call in tonight. We've had Bears fans calling before, all kinds of stuff. I welcome all fans, but we bleed green over here, okay? I want to be very clear about that. As you can see, these two guys, these two dudes right here, you see what jerseys they wearing. You see what I'm about, all right? But I welcome all football fans here that want to sit down and talk football with me. That's what I'm all about, right? All right. So you see this number. Again, if you call into my show about 10 minutes before the show starts, right? If you call in about 10 minutes before the show starts, you will be on the lines. The earlier you call in, the earlier you'll be able to get on the show, okay? That's why I always tell people, be patient. We got new callers. We got people coming on. I want to respect everybody's time. Now, keep in mind, if you're new, when you call in, I'll give you time. I'm not going to give you 30 minutes, can't do that. But I'll give you enough time, to get some takes out, and then we're going to have to move on. Just be respectful of that, because I want to be respectful of your time, but I also want to be respectful of everybody else's time as well that is calling in and waiting on the lines, okay? I don't want people waiting on the lines for, 3 hours or something like that, you know what I'm saying? I do a 2-hour show. I usually start at 7 p.m. Eastern. Well, that's literally when I start, 7 p.m. Eastern, and then we move on from that. So if you follow me on my social media platforms, it is plastered all over there. You will know when I do a show, because I will announce it hours before I do the show. So again, that calling in early, that's a veteran trick that a lot of people use. A lot of my callers that have been around for a minute use, and we have a lot of fun doing that. Okay. So please, if you like to call in early, once the show gets going, I give my little spiel about what we're going to talk about. I have a lot of fun doing that, give my take, and then we go to the calls. And again, when you call into my show, do not curse, okay? You start cursing on my show, I'm going to get you up out of here, bruh. This is a family show, okay? Not having that, all right? Just respect that, or I will get you out of here, okay? And also, hey, let's have some dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk. You listen, I talk, or I listen, you talk. You know what I'm saying? That's the way dialogue goes. Please allow that, and we can go back and forth. You know what I mean? But again, don't curse on my show, or I'll get you gone. I'm telling you, you curse 1, 2, 3. Nope, you're gone. All right, I'll get you out of here. Okay, cannot have that on this platform. All right. Also, hey, in that link tree is also my Discord. Please join my Discord. Mods, you see? Please join my Discord, guys. All right, we have a lot of fun in there. We talk about the Jets. We talk about anime. We talk about food. We talk about a lot of stuff. We joke on each other. We tell crazy jokes. It's a lot of fun in there. Please join the Discord, okay? We have a lot of fun. We want to get those numbers up. We want to interact with more people. So please join the Discord. Is in the link tree. For those of you, again, exclamation point link. That's the link tree. Hit the Discord that's in there. Join up. You know what I'm saying? Having a lot of fun in there, okay? Yeah, so wow, this is a wild show. Really love that I can connect with people. Again, I want to thank everybody. Also, we game on this channel too. So for some of you that subscribe, maybe one day you'll see me pop up. We'll be playing Street Fighter, Madden, NBA 2K. We play Outlast, all that stuff when my schedule allows, okay? salutes to everybody that hits me up consistently saying, Joe, when are you playing a game again? I will let y'all know. My schedule is crazy. All right. My schedule is crazy, which is the reason why the show's not like on a set day all the time. All right. Because my schedule is crazy. But believe me, when we play games, we have a lot of fun doing that. We play Street Fighter. People have seen me go crazy doing that. Okay. And we have a lot of fun. We chit chat. You know, I go back and forth with the Savages in the chat. They talk about the game. We talk about fun. We talk about life. We do it all. Okay. So if you see me pop up and we playing video games, come on in. You know what I'm saying? Come on in and have a lot of fun, you know, with us as well. We welcome everybody. I welcome everybody. You know what I'm saying? I know some people call them bandwagon fans. There's no bandwagon fans over here. It's all welcomed guests. All right? That's what I'm all about. Come on by. You know what I'm saying? Come on and subscribe to Long Beach Joe. You know, that's all I want. So we do that on here as well. We play games and we have a lot of fun. And we got more content coming. Again, my schedule's crazy. All right. But we got more content coming. We're going to have a lot of fun. All right. So again, I want to thank everybody for watching. I got to get out of here because my schedule is off the hook. All right. Listen, folks, be safe. Okay. Be safe. A lot of crazy things going on in the world right now. I don't even know why, but it's happening. All right. Be safe out here. Sit down with your friends, your family. All right. Enjoy yourselves. Get some good food. And just have fun. You know what I'm saying? Let the people that you love know that you love them. That's the most important thing. All right. Salutes to everybody, all the Savages. Again, Christopher Cancel, salutes to you. Jets Mess says, great show, LBJ. Thank you so much. Salutes to you. Christopher Cancel also said, thanks, Joe. Nice hearing from you. Salutes to you as well, Christopher Cancel. Jay Johnson, salutes to you. Leon Kennedy, thank you for giving to the platform. Salutes to you as well. Salutes to my guy, James. Salutes to Phenom as well. Good to hear from you. Sean Bennett, salutes to you as well. Salutes to JC Sports Talk too. Just everybody that came on by the chat, man. Everybody that stopped by. Kevin Ramos. Everybody that came on in. NY Jets FL. Wild Wave. BK Trainer. Salutes to you as well. Salutes to 04. Salutes to everybody that just came on in, man. Tyrone. Y Big Jordan. You know, Nick Hargrove. Nathan Colgrove as well. Imoni Ant. Salutes to everybody, man, that just came on by and said what's up. Old Boys. Toxic Knicks fan. Spin Max, everybody that came on in, man, and just said what's up to the boy and just came on by. Fox Den, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that came on in, man, really enjoyed having discussions with y'all. Eddie DeJesus, salutes to you as well. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank everybody, man. And again, thank you, Leon Kennedy and Kevin Ramos, for giving to the platform, man. It was the absolute best. Salutes to Luna as well, man. I see you, bro. Good to see you in here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get on up out of here. Again, be safe, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. I'll keep dropping content. I'll let you folks know when we're going to do the next show. It's going to be a little bit, but we're going to have a lot of fun, man. Oh, also, we continue these shows year round for those of you that are new throughout the entire year. So we're going to continue that as well into the off season and continue to have discussions about this football team. So I'm going to get